The ice maker in my RS265TDRS/SA is not working. I push the reset button and get a ding. It makes a single cycle, refills but not fully, then makes a double chime. It stops working until I repeat the reset process after a number of hours. I replace the ice maker and inlet valve with no success. Any ideas?
The main board is the problem, as that is what actually cycles the ice maker once it gets to temperature. Replace it.
I received my new main control board and installed it. Nothing changed. The feeling I have is that there is not enough water getting to the ice maker. It doesn't fill completely, so it seems like something is either plugged or frozen in the line that runs from the valve to the ice maker. I get plenty of water from the water dispenser but not enough at the ice maker.
That is very odd, as I have had a partial fill when these cycle from pushing the test button, yet the ice maker works fine once it cycles by itself. There is not going to be a valve or ice maker problem, as those are new. Is the ice maker cycling at all on its own?
I don't think this new ice maker had ever made ice on its own. The only ice I can remember getting from it is the partial fill ice that I get when pressing the reset button. When I first put it in, it cycled as to push out ice but never filled. When I restarted it after installing the new control board, it did the same thing. It pushed out the ice that was in it from a reset fill, but never filled and made ice without the reset.
This model, depending on when made, had issues with the fill line freezing in the door either intermittently or constantly. To see if that is your problem, undo the orange line at the bottom of the door and see if you can blow through it.
I see from reading online that if this is my situation, there is no real fix except for replacing the entire door.
That is true. Once you thaw the line, try setting the freezer as warm as possible, and that may be the easy fix. The line was clear at some point here, otherwise you would have had no fill at all when tested.
I had not tried the line when I replied earlier and now have. The line was completely clear, as I was easily able to blow air from the connection to the ice maker. This is getting really strange and frustrating. I'm beginning to wonder if I didn't get a defective part, one of the three. Does the ice maker tell the control panel when it needs water, or does the control panel direct the entire process?
The board cycles the ice maker as well as the water valve, as it senses the reading of the temperature sensor and position of the fingers in the ice maker, so it knows when to do what. You may well have gotten a bad ice maker here, assuming that your freezer is getting cold enough, as there is not going to be a problem with the board or valve. I also assume that the ice maker is indeed set to be on at the control panel and not off.
I got another ice maker and nothing has changed. It still makes ice only when I push the reset. I assume the board that I replaced was the correct one. It is the main circuit board that is located in the back of the cabinet, about 2/3 of the way up on the left side as you look at it from behind. Is there any chance that the control panel is telling the unit that the ice maker is off? Otherwise, I'm beginning to think that there is a wiring issue somewhere.
You are right, a wiring issue, though very rare, is most likely the problem here, as you have replaced all the parts involved in ice making. I would replug the door harness connections at the hinge area and see if that makes any change. If it does not, then I suspect that a wire is broken somewhere between the ice maker plug-in and the board. I did have a job like this a year or so ago and I got so sick of getting recalled on it I had Samsung send someone else out and I don't know what the final resolution of it was. I will see if I can find out anything else for you on this from Samsung.
I assume the inverter board has no effect on the icemaker? It seems like that is actually the provider of power to the entire refrigerator/freezer unit?
Inverter runs compressor only. Techs at Samsung seem to think this is a wiring issue.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.